Now for the good news. We're back.
You know what's dynamite about this dress? I don't see any panty lines.
What are you doing, taking inventory?
Are you, I was just wondering if you were wearing those seamless panties I've been reading about on TV.
You read TV?
My nose. Why? You always liked me to rub your nose. When we'd come home at night and get in bed alone, you used to say, Sonny, I'd say, what? Rub my nose.
I guess the toughest time for me was right before we split up. I imagine that for Son, it was right afterwards, or when the Sonny and Cher show actually broke up for good. You know, I think that was really hard for him.
Taking that last walk, all I could think about was, who's going to take care of me now? We remained friends. Son went into the restaurant business, and I got serious about my acting. It would be 10 years before we performed together again.
The last time I performed with Sonny was on David Letterman, and I thought it'd be a great thing to have Sonny on. I just thought it would be fun.
Remember the day you invited me to the beach and you came running down the hallway? This was so awful, it broke my heart. You came running down, you were in love with Melissa. You came running down the hallway, and I stepped out of the bathing suit, and he was like, oh, all right, I guess you could come along, come along.
You know what, it was like no time had passed, and we were just, you know, back in it. Like, we just could hit stride immediately.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that part.
Then someone had the idea, well, I know it was David Letterman, had the idea to do I Got You, Babe.
Okay, now what do you think? You want to try a little of this now?
And I didn't want to do it, and of course they did that whole thing with the audience. Oh, come on, don't you want to hear it? Don't you want to hear it? And I went, I don't remember it. And they said, come on, and so of course we did it.
Do I start?
You start.
They say we're young and we don't know. We won't find out until we grow. I don't know if all that's true. 'Cause you got me and baby, I got you.
I felt really good that we hadn't lost that thing that we had. I thought that was great. And also, it was really fun to be back and doing that thing, you know, because I don't do it with anybody else. I only did it with him.
In the spring, I've got you.
And it started off to be really great, but then people were crying everywhere. You know, Mary was crying, Chassie was crying, Pages were crying. You know, the audience was crying. So it was a little bit hard for me when everyone started getting so emotional.
I got you, babe. I got you, babe.
Son had always been the strong one for me, but by the end of this song, I realized that for the first time, I felt I had to be the strong one for him.
I know that people have an idea of what we were and what we meant to each other, but I don't think it's exactly, I don't think it's enough. I don't think people knew enough. I mean, they saw it as a show and they saw it as business and they saw it as popular, but I don't think that they could know enough about what we meant to each other. And I think that if it was reversed, that Sonny would be sitting here, you know, doing the same thing.